Hi all, welcome to my channel Journey with Some. Today I'm going to talk about what kind of string functions we can do and or play with the data manipulation or deleting any column or how to add a new column, how to find a string. So before we going into it, so one important package is there. So let's import that package. So deployer which helps us to for a data manipulation which consists of all the string functions. So let's execute this. So now this deployer function is uploaded. Now we will use some package file. So we have to use this arrow package. So let's import. So now go to your file explorer. Now I would like to read this file and we'll do a manipulations here. Import the file. So and one more thing, have a good habit of putting your comments so that other anyone want to debug your code, it's good to identify that why we have written this code actually. So now we will write a data frame called df and we'll read this parquet file and just paste this and just change this forward slash into a forward slash. Now we'll execute it. So you can see a data frame here. So now what we can do, we can concatenate id, gender, age. So there are two kind of functions. So many are there, but I would like to prefer the paste. So now what I do, so I create a df1 data frame, and now what I will do, I will call this data frame again, and now I'll write the mutate function. So mutate function which helps you to write a column or add a column or remove a column, or you can change many changes to your existing column also. So now I have written the mutate function here. So now I will write a column name as a group. So now what I do, I'll call this paste, and as I said, we will concatenate id, gender, age. So as I said, so your R is a case sense to make sure that we are writing the right one. So let's go back. Okay, ID is also full capital. So we'll change this. And when you execute this, and let's check the how the DF data frame looks like. So the group column is this one. So it concatenate ID and the female and the age group. So what, without giving a space here, so the paste automatically add a space in between a two columns when we concatenate. So now we will go for another one. So we will group with paste 0, and we will go with the paste 0, and we will add the same columns and we'll see what is the difference between these two functions. So once you execute this, and you can see there is no space in between when we concatenate any column. So paste is giving in default it will provide a space, but in the paste 0 it won't give, so it will concatenate it, it won't give any kind of space. So according to your kind of work you're doing it, you can either use the paste or the paste 0 function. Now can we find a string in a df data frame? So I would like to find an Austria string from the country column. So what kind of function we can use over here? So there is a grepl, so which gives a true or a false statement to provide. So it much efficiently used in a filtering of the data frame. So I'm want to filter from the df data frame. I'm using the pipe operator. So let's use the filter function, and I'm using this grepl, and give what kind of string you would like to. So I would like to find an Austria, and from the column country. So see how your variables looks like, so accordingly you can define the variable. So let's execute now. And if you see in the DF2, we can only find a 5 observation from 23 observations. So let's open this DF2. So it has filtered only the Austria. So it is inside, it is checking whether the statement what we have given a true or not. So it has find the Austria string from the DF data frame. We have one more grep function, so where it will check the indices. So now we have an animal vector, character vector. So you want to get a string of cat or a dog, so it will show the position. Now if I change the dog in like lion, so now we will find some string grep with lion and with the in the animal character vector. So I will change this L and just execute it. So it will show you the second position of this. So in this way you can check how you can use or check where your the string exists in which position. So can we see how we can replace a character in a column? So now we have a data frame. We can convert the male into only the M. So how we can do it, we can check out here. So I create a data frame called dfx, and we use the df with the pipe operator, and we will mutate the function to create a new variable here. And gender, we will keep a gen as a variable. Now we will use this g sub. So what we can do, we can replace with male with m. So we will call the column name. So once you execute it, it will check the string and it will replace. So now when we open this dfx, you can see the male has been replaced with m. So you can check and replace the characters accordingly on your requirement. How we can find a string using the start position and the stop position. Now we will create a variable of female, only the last three, or maybe on the first two. So maybe initially we'll try with first two how we can do. So we have a df4, we'll create a data frame from df, and we will write the mutate function, and we will use this substr function to extract your the the string what you would like to. So now we'll give the first position, and we would like only the three positions here, okay, the first and the last. So now we'll open the df4. You can see in the substr you can find the first three values. So you can also see we have not defined the column name, so it's giving the formula. So let's give this one gen equal to, and when you execute it and see the df4, you can see the value here. We have extracted the string from the first position to the position which we would like, but some scenarios in we need the last position. So how we can find it? So we have a very function, different function str underscore sub. So we pass this gender now. So we will find the value from last. So let's execute, and you can see the last three values are coming over here. So in this way you can use different functions to find your string or filter the string you would like to, or you can replace. So many more you can do. We can learn one more string now. So in some cases you want to find the number of characters in a column. So you want to differentiate how many number of characters are there. Based on a scenario you can write many more when you do extensive codes to find whether the data is there, whether the data is not there. In that cases we use those functions. So I'll write like to check the number of strings or the number of characters. So let's comment this. Now we will write the code, and we will write like the char equal to, so we have n char, so it can count the number of characters in a column. So execute this and you can see the char. So now we extract want counted the gender column. So in the first row, female have 6 characters and the male have 4. In the same way, it gives the number of the series here. So you can check many functions using the number of characters here. So can we check how we can convert your sentence case to uppercase? So let's go here. So you want to make all the female as a capital or a male also. So we have a function called to upper, and we will create one name called cap equal to upper is a function. So we are passing your gender column. So once we execute this, it's nothing but your indentation, and we didn't give a comma. So whenever you define a new variable, make sure that you end with a comma so that it will go to the next step. So once we execute it, so you have made the all the gender columns into capitals. So now can we make a new column with making all the gender has a lowercase? So let's do that to lower, and we'll pass the gender, and when you execute this, you can made all the characters into a small case. So accordingly you can change. We have a variable called send, and all the characters are in lowercase. Now your stakeholders are want you to display this in a sentence case, means the first letter should be in the capital, the rest all should be in lowercase. How we can do? So let's create some variable called send case is equal to, so we have a function called str to sentence. So we pass this variable sent. So execute this and check, and you can see the life is beautiful in a sentence case. So you can use various functions extensively when you write your code.